Rachel Hopkins.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and I rise today to speak on behalf of my constituents across Luton South and South Bedfordshire who have sadly come together to stand against knife crime on too many occasions in recent years. There were consistent failures by the previous Conservative government to toughen up legislation around dangerous weapons, as well as a failure to ensure proper funding for our police forces. And as we've heard from many members across the House, and I totally agree, sustained cutbacks on youth services all combined to allow a knife crime epidemic to take hold in our towns and cities. Knife crime destroys lives, devastates families and leaves lasting trauma on communities, and behind every single one of these statistics is a person whose life remains ever changed or sadly needlessly lost. And sadly in Luton we are all too familiar with the devastation knife crime causes. But if I may reflect on one, the shocking murder of Azan Khalil, AJ, in 2018 when he was just 18, because from darkness must come light. And as AJ's mum, Roseanne Taylor, she is that light, and I was honoured to be able to present her with a Knife Angel Community Award to recognise her dedication and selflessness in using her own story as a mother who lost her son to raise awareness of the impact of knife crime and her ongoing work with young people in knife crime prevention. That award was named after the Knife Angel sculpture, an amazing statue of over 8 metres tall, created from 100,000 surrendered knives, which was based in Luton Town Centre last summer as part of its ongoing tour. It's a powerful symbol and catalyst for discussions about knife crime and violence, with the aim to educate and raise awareness, particularly with young people. And as the Knife Angel left our town, we marked the event with a vigil at St Mary's Church, a candlelit walk of remembrance and a closing ceremony in St George's Square. We remembered all those lost to knife crime and committed to eliminating this violence by inspiring positive choices. And lots of brilliant organisations are working to make this happen, while also dealing with the reality of sadly what continues to take place. Bedfordshire Veru Just Drop It campaign is working with local partners to encourage our young people to take a brighter path by going knife-free. Wingman mentors who've worked with Bedfordshire Veru are installing life-saving bleed kits across our company as a step to try to avoid loss of life after a stabbing. And in a similar vein, the Luton, Dunstable and surrounding area Kenyan Community Forum youth group created a safeguard with help from the group's youth coordinator, Wangi Maturi, which shares vital information about what to do when helping the victim of a stabbing, sadly created following the death of a young friend. Unlike the Conservatives, our Labour government has been ambitious in our mission to get knives off our streets and ensure people across our towns and communities are safe from violent crime, with our commitment to halve knife crime across a decade. Our Labour government has already banned ownership of zombie-style knives and machetes, and measures in our flagship crime and policing bill will go further to crack down on knife crime. And like others, I welcome the emphasis on prevention through our Young Futures programme and other initiatives. Tackling knife crime is also an important part of Labour's Bedfordshire Police and Crime Commissioner John Tizard's Police and Crime Plan through its joint work with Bedfordshire Veru. So I'd welcome the Minister informing the House whether any additional funding will be announced for Bedfordshire Veru to ensure it can continue its excellent work to keep our local community safe. Taken together, these measures will directly improve support for children and young people who are sadly often most at risk when it comes to being perpetrators but also victims of knife crime.